Osa Marmaris in Cabo Matapalo on the Osa Peninsula in Costa Rica is one of the most amazing places that I've had the opportunity to stay. It's an open air casa, which I think actually would be better referred to as a small villa that sits on about 1.5 to 2 acres of waterfront property. The property is lined with fences that are covered in plants and bushes and whatnot, so you have complete privacy in the space. Additionally, there is a fence that runs along the road with two gates, and that is the main road that runs to the center of Montepalo Village. We'll talk about that in a future episode. Osa Marmaris, or just Marmaris is what most people refer to it as, is made up of three freestanding structures, one of them being the main living area, which includes a common area, a dining area, a kitchen, and then kind of another area that could be made up into an additional bedroom if necessary, and then a bathroom. There's plenty of seating space in there for entertaining, and it's just an awesome space. Then there's the master bungalow, which includes a king-size bed, a semi-outdoor garden bathroom, and then there's a building, a two-story building that has two additional bungalows in it. Both of those bungalows have two queen beds in them, and they all have their own private bathroom. Both the main living area and the master bungalow have high vaulted ceilings. Each of the buildings have thatched roofs and are all generally open to the outdoors, which is really, really nice. Now, the main living area or common area is completely open to the outdoors, with the exception of those areas that I talked about earlier, which is the kitchen can be closed off, as well as this one little area that could be converted into a bedroom. And obviously the bathroom is closed off so that you have privacy when, using the bathroom. Now, as far as the bungalows go, the bungalows are pretty much all consistent in how they're set up, the master and then the two additional bungalows. They all have sliding screen doors. They're wood framed. They're not like cheap, plastic framed like you see in most typical homes. They're actually wood framed. And then they also have privacy doors, lattice privacy doors, so you can get complete privacy. There is no glass in the bungalows whatsoever, so if you open the panels, the screened panels for the windows, you're basically opening up the bungalow to everything. For us, we kept those panels closed, but we left the privacy panels open in order to allow the air to flow through the buildings without any issue. And that is one thing to comment about. There is no air conditioning there, and really we never found there was a situation that we needed the air conditioning. They do have ceiling fans, which worked great. And if you did get to a point that you were a little overheated or whatever, there's a really nice, cool swimming pool that you can go jump in and cool off. And obviously, not too far, there's the ocean. And that brings me to another part of the place. From the main facility, a short walk down, there's a path that takes you to kind of a lower spot that allows you to look over, and I'm going to butcher this, Golfo de Se, which is basically the water that fronts the property. So from that point, you have an amazing view of the water and pretty much everything else around there. There really isn't beach access. There is a little trail that could take you down to a really small beach. We never tried to go down there. In truth, though, a short walk from there, you can go to a really awesome beach, and then a short walk in the other direction, you go to a really awesome beach. So there was no real reason to actually try to go down to, what amounted to a little sandbar. Now, you'll probably find that most of the places in Matapalo fall under the tropical architecture distinction, in that they use eco-friendly design and living principles, such as using solar power for electricity and natural building materials, like the thatched roofs. Now, if you can take an evening or two out of your busy schedule, you can quite possibly experience one of the most amazing and peaceful sunsets that I personally have ever experienced. In fact, one of the evenings that we were actually hanging out at the casa, my wife stepped out and she was standing on the lawn, and the sun just lit her up. She was literally glowing. I had to take a picture of it and just share it with her because it was stunning. I'd never seen anything like that before. So definitely, if you have an opportunity, do experience one of the most amazing sunsets that I've ever experienced. I think the saying of feeling one with nature is very fitting for Marmaris. We started out each day with the buzzing of thousands of cicadas, the occasional howler monkey howling off in the distance, and the screeching of macaws flying over every now and then. It just felt like you were in the middle of the jungle and all of these animals, critters and whatnot, were just carrying on their lives around you, and you got the benefit of the entertainment aspect and the exposure to those experiences. And from a photographer standpoint, total thumbs up. Money experience. There is truly so much more to share about our experiences at Osa Marmaris and our other adventures in Costa Rica. So check out this next video and see what other adventures we have to share.